I myself, I just passed through Angwarukuba because I was coming back from a St. Fort at Zara Zone. And before I could even get home, I had gunshots going rapidly even. So we were wondering, and that was around to 8, so a few minutes to 8.
When I just inside the area, then three soldiers came on one bike. So when they come, they stand on the middle of the road and started shooting.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Plan B TV News Gist and Blog. A lot of you are saying, don't talk about your worry and be loud or VDM again. Let's talk about things that is going on in Nigeria. Okay, let's talk about insecurity and let me see the engagement of people on the comments particularly on this particular video, on how this video will grow, so that people will not say, you don't talk about insecurity, don't talk about the things that is going on in Nigeria. Let's see how you people are going to watch. I came across this particular video from Masaraki TV when he went to cover some events that happened in Jos. And I want you guys to listen to the testimony and the things that these people are witnessing in Jos. We'll be right back.
I myself, I just passed through Angwarukuba because I was coming back from a St. Fort at Zara Zone. And before I could even get home, I had gunshots going rapidly even. So we were wondering, and that was around to 8, so a few minutes to 8, we had that gunshot. So actually we said maybe it could be all this NDLA, maybe they came for a raid or any other thing. So at that moment, we now saw bikes and keke. They were rushing into Angwarukuba, from Angwarukuba, they were rushing into Itobaba, where I reside. And we tried to find out, but most people thought that it was NDLA that came for a raid, not knowing until when we got the information that they weren't the people there. It wasn't NDLA. We had so many corpses on the ground because they used the Geria Waye axis as their exit road. So that was when, because there is one of our Baba, Yusuf Serki, who is a laundryman. He does laundry. He was inside his shop when they shot him. They shot him inside his shop. And even this place that we are just coming out from, it was the same thing. He came out to ask, and eventually they were the same people, so they now shot him too. I am calling with a big voice onto the NDLA. Please, if there is going to be any raid, please let us know that it is done in the afternoon, in the morning, in the afternoon, so that we will know, so that we will not be confused, just as we were confused and taken unaware without knowing what was happening really, because we were confused. Some didn't come out to intervene into this thing simply because we thought it was NDLA that were on the raid.
Now you listen to the explanation, the pains that these people are going through. I want you guys to watch this particular guy who Nigeria soldier, knock with Kala for middle of night when they were protecting their area, moving out here and there to see the things that's going on in their community, like vigilante. I want you guys to watch what this guy said from the hospital bed that the Nigeria soldier did to him.
When I just inside the area, then three soldiers came on one bike. So when they come, they stand on the middle of the road and started shooting. So unfortunately, they meet me in three different places. Okay, this is one of the places, and there's also one here, and there's one here. They were wearing Nigerian army uniform, and it was around, I think, almost 11 a.m. No any disturbance in the area. There was no disturbance in the area, and even though when they were coming, we were not even, nobody was. There's nothing like riot, and when we saw them coming, nobody ran because there's nothing that is happening there. And when they just come, off the bike on the middle of the road and started shooting directly. Started shooting directly. And two of us were shot at that location. When they started shooting, because now I know the area was crowded because we are indoor around that time. So I think we are almost 20 people around that place. I think so. But when they started shooting and they targeted two of us, then the men just ran off into the area.
Now, you listen to what this guy said. The youth are not protesting in the same community, that the vigilante, the people that volunteer to protect their community, to be watching the area so that they can alert the community, the vigilante, the Nigerian soldiers cram them, capture them, and take them to barrack. And I want you guys to watch.
I am Barrister Daliop Solomon Manturi, the National President of Birom Youth Molder Association, presently in NTV community where women and youth came out en masse and staged a protest over the unwarranted arrest and detention of unarmed young people who were offering complementary security services to the existing federal security on ground by helping them with the intel and to also cover some loopholes where if there is any suspicious movement, they could call on the conventional security for needed response. But we learned from them, 4 of them that are here behind me, were giving such a service, and military personnel from nearby community, Mejanke, came into this community and arrested these young people and whisked them to Gashish FOB. That was on Saturday, a day before yesterday, and it was around 9 p.m. of Saturday. And surprisingly, even the community leadership came out and confronted, and inquired from the military personnel that why have you arrested these young men that are keeping watch over this environment? Can I have these boys back? They said no, that they were arrested, one, for moving in the late hours, and secondly, for playing snooker, which there is no snooker in that place. It's an old stock that has already been destroyed. There is no possible for people to have been using that snooker. And thirdly, that they were drunkards. And I don't know where in Nigeria that drunkenness has been termed as an offense that will warrant an arrest of people, and then they are kept in continued detention for good 2 days. And not only they were brutalized, they were subjected to all sorts of inhuman treatment as if they are not members of human family in this environment. So that particular act is highly condemnable and unacceptable, and we call on the relevant security agency, particularly the Operation Enduring Peace, to please, as a matter of urgency, arrest those individuals, those security personnel that arrested these 4 people and investigated them, because as far as we are concerned, for them to have come and arrested young people that never had arms. Imagine if these guys were in possession of knives, what would have happened? They would have been possibly dead by now. And imagine if they were vigilante in possession of these then guns, they would have massacred them in this particular environment. So that one is condemnable. And the attackers, look at their houses all over this environment. We've never heard of one day military operation going to sack their house, going to arrest the militant. But when the innocent locals who are trying to develop their self-defense mechanism out of courage will now be arrested and then tagged as terrorists, as bandits. It is not only here this incident happened. 3 days ago, an incident occurred around Danwal in Riom local government. The military were invited. That this is a situation. When they went there, the young people that gathered courage to evacuate one of the victims that was brutalized and injured fatally by the Fulanis and their terrorist cohort, when they were rushed to the hospital, on their return home, the same military went and arrested these young people, tagged them as Birom terrorists, circulated their photos, and today they are in detention at the STA facility in Jos. The question to ask is that, who then are the killers of Plateau people? Who are the ones giving encouragement to the armed people to come? Because if unarmed and few individuals that are trying to stage a defense self mechanism in their location against external intruders that come with sophisticated weapons and then are arrested and are not in any way, the communities are not giving security cover, how much more then of our security as people in this general area? It is very obvious by our firm position that those repentant Boko Haram that were conscripted into the Nigerian military are the ones deployed to Plateau and are the ones perpetrating this, and are now projecting the military as complicit. Otherwise, why should there be this kind of arrest?
What happened? Tell us what happened immediately after the arrest of these civilian guards who were simply standing watch in front of their houses.
Now, after the arrest of these young people, we want to believe for their pictures to have gone viral, which it was not Fulani that arrested them, it were personnel of Nigerian military. Now, they may have shared it with their cohorts, whom we believe are the terrorists. Now, after sharing those pictures, they now circulated everything and termed these people as terrorists. And then they have known that communities within this environment have already been crippled, have already been weakened. And therefore, the attackers came last night and attacked Hurum, a nearby village, and 4 people killed. 5 others are presently in the hospital as a result of fatal gunshot they sustained. Now, that is how helpless the situation has become. And we have managed this morning to address the people having agreed to open the road so that there will be movement. Therefore, we are calling that please, as a matter of urgency, there should be an overhaul in the military architecture so that our people here can breathe and breathe well. If the military family is not ready to fight terrorists, then they should better be taken back to the barracks and be replaced with Nigerian mobile policemen so that they can come and man the security, because people are losing confidence daily on the Nigerian military on daily basis. The attackers, the terrorists are killing them. The attackers are also killing us. Instead of us to join hands in synergy to fight against the terrorists, you are now weakening and crippling communities that have staked their self-defense so that the attackers will come and have their field day.
The same thing happened in Shono.
And the same last night, there was another attack in Shono, close to security point, and 2 people were killed. 2 princes were killed. The former traditional ruler of Shono was also a sustained injury, and a pastor. They are currently on admission. And then we have not seen the military coming to conduct and then carry out their kinetic and their agility in arresting situation, but they can only come into communities and arrest young people that are trying to defend their communities against external aggression. Which kind of lifestyle is this? Which kind of world are we into? If the heroes of those days will come to life and see what is happening to Nigerians, they will weep bitterly, because that is not the Nigerian they fought for it to be a united entity.
The truth is that over and over again, we keep on hearing the same story, similar story, continuously on how Nigeria's soldiers have been in front line buying these people that make VDM to make this particular video. I don't know how many of you watched this video that time. I want you guys to watch a clip of it.
I overheard the chief of army staff saying that bandits, Boko Haram, that they are also part of Nigerians. People that are killing Nigerians every day without remorse. Instead of you to protect us against them, you are giving them amnesty. You are saying you want to rehabilitate killers. You are saying you want to rehabilitate killers. These are people that have killed families and generations. These are people that have pursued people from their generational homes. All in the name of what? As we speak now, the president is supposed to be here. But what are they doing? They are campaigning for 2027. In as much as we don't want this to be political, but at the end of the day, what are they doing? I'm telling you, the people of Agwan Rukuba, if you don't stand up for yourself, it is about that time that you stop. Listen to me. If you can gather anything, I know if I say this now, they'll say I am encouraging violence. But to protect yourself, violence is the only way.
Now, they might say that, oh, we don't have arms. It is not Nigerian soldiers. It is not Nigerian soldiers. But after this Fulani experts do their own, you will see Nigerian soldiers coming to shade them when you are running after them. In a different video, Nigerian women were protesting over the buying of their people. Nigerian soldiers showed up, bang, 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 and buy them. That was not the first time. The one that video recently covered, the same thing. As if that was all. They will still deny it is not Nigerian soldiers. They did another one in Tollgate. Oh, it is not Nigerian soldiers. How many of you remember what has also happened in that church when Nigerian soldiers left their duty a few minutes before these people attacked? As if that was not all. The same Nigerian soldiers will go from community to go and raid them, collect all their hunting guns, any weapon that they can use to protect themselves. Immediately they remove it, boom, Fulani herdsmen will come, back, by them. In Benue State, it happened. In Jos, Plateau, in Borno, it keep on happening on how Nigerian soldiers have been mentioned time and time again. Recently, Nigerian soldiers arrested some Fulani men. They arrested that guy. They tied him to the tree. The Fulani herdsmen confessed that it is the Nigerian army, their Oga, that is sending them to do all those things. I'm not saying it is Nigerian soldiers in the front line because all those ones are innocent. Once they give them command, they cannot undo or do or refuse. Same with that number. A lot of things have been going on, so we cannot just uncover or explain everything. I also want you guys to watch this particular video of Barrister Daliti, what he said in VOP TV. We'll be right back.
After all that has been going on over the years, should we be talking about this thing at this point in time? The answer is capital no. So why is it happening? Even when America was threatened, this guy didn't care. They still continue with their business. So that will tell you that this thing is deeper than you and I are looking at it. It's deeper. We are going to live with this thing maybe in the next 100 years. That is the impression I'm getting here. Except something serious is done by this government or any other government, this thing will not go away. It doesn't look like it will go away very soon. It doesn't look like, because the profit is so high. They are making money, they are cashing out. That is the first thing. And so, why do you want a business that is thriving to stop? Please tell me. When there are so many girls and so many schools to kidnap and make money, why would you want it to stop?
In a different interview, I want you guys to watch this particular video from News Central. What this particular guy said about Fulani character. Can they change? Now that Nigerian government are reintegrating them, all those terrorists back to the society, do you think that these people can change? He said, no, these people have a venom. They are snake. No matter what you do, definitely they will. It is their instinct. They will stick by people. And I want you guys to watch.
Does the Fulani still have that character?
They do.
Because from history, we can see the character.
No, it's part of their DNA. And because they have imperialist tendency, if they have been able to conquer the Yorubas, for example, they would have brought Emas and they'll be speaking Yoruba. Okay? They speak your language. They pretend to be part of you. You begin to see them as part of you. So you won't feel that it's an outsider. But they speak their language Fufude only among themselves.
So that becomes the code.
When it came to the Hausa kingdoms, there are multiple of them like the Yoruba, and they decimated them and replaced them with Emas. They spoke the Hausa language. In fact, they started calling themselves Hausa Fulani. Okay? So you feel comfortable. But their own language is preserved. Their own culture is preserved. There are things that the Fulanis won't do. They're proud. Very proud. When you see people from the north doing many jobs, check who they are. They won't be Fulanis. They don't. Yeah, they may be cattle rearer. When you find them polishing shoes, helping you in farms and so on, it won't be them. They won't. So And they have that closeness. I mean, I say to all of us, we haven't studied them. We need to study them. Because if we study them, it's not with a view of defeating them, it's a view of understanding their strategies, the way they work. It is not likely a Fulani man will rob you, steal what is in your pocket and run away. He won't do that. He will kill you. And then take whatever he wants to take. They have characteristics.
Anyway, I rest my case here. If you watch this video to this extent, I love you. God bless you. God continue to bless you for your good work, for supporting this channel, for your like, support, and your sharing, your comments. If you have not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. You have to be part of the Plan B family by subscribing, turn on your notification bell so that you wouldn't miss out our future uppost. For those of you that are saying, talk about the things that is going on in Nigeria, I've talked about it now. So it's a test. I want to see how this video will grow, the number of share, comments, likes in it. That will also prompted me to make more videos like this about insecurity or any other thing that is going on in Nigeria so that we can pause gossip a while. I love you. Until we meet again in our next post. Bye.
How can these terrorists come and attack us here? Innocent Nigerians in Angorukuba, and then Nigerian army do not have the F-1 to pursue these people in the rocks. Still, when we told them they entered there. This is where Nigerian army park their trucks here. In this place here, they refuse to engage them there, but they're waiting for command. Which command? Who command who? When they're killing our people, and then yet you still follow our people at home. You arrest them at home. For what reason? All those guys that they were arrested by the Nigerian army. That's what we said. We told the governor, we don't want to see Nigerian army and go any of our communities. Let them engage the terrorists in the forest. Yes, they are the ones that arrested our children, innocent children. For what reason? Therefore, our people here, as you can see, nobody is happy. We want the governor keep quiet, keep quiet.